At the beginning, Aegeus doesn't want Lysander to marry his daughter Hermia, but for Demetrius to have his blessing. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Hermia had no right in say whether she wanted to marry Demetrius. It wasn't a choice she could make, but she was in love with Lysander and he loved her. Aegeus disliked Lysander and approved only of Demetrius. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Aegeus believes Lysander has placed a spell on his daughter, and by giving her gifts, he is influencing her love to him. Demetrius used to be in love with Helena, which is Hermia's best friend, but has taken a change of mind. Demetrius, I'll avouch to his head, made love to Neater's daughter Helena and won her soul. Theseus, Demetrius, and Aegeus all leave together to discuss a few things as Lysander and Hermia are left alone.
A good persuasion, therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager. Of great revenge she hath no child. From Athens her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, I may marry thee. After hearing this, Hermia agrees and run away. Hermia went to tell her best friend Helena and Lysander she was going to marry and live with Lysander's widowed aunt. Helena then expresses her thoughts and then plans to tell Demetrius so she can make him love her again.
In the forest, Helena was mad that Demetrius picked Hermia over her. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. What of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Helena desperately wanted to see Demetrius, even after he broke up with her. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, Helena shouted. This way she would get to see Demetrius once more.
Once Demetrius arrived, Helena chased after him. I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Demetrius snarled at Helena. I do not in the plainest truth tell you that I do not nor cannot love you, Demetrius shouted. Helena explained to Demetrius that she loves him and that he cannot treat her however she wants and that she would just be happy to be in his company. However, Demetrius could not care one bit. Meanwhile, Oberon is discussing his plans with Robin. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the ox lives, and the nodding violet grow, quite over-canopied with luscious wood vines, said Oberon. He had plotted a genius plan to put the magic flower juice on Titania the fairy queen's eyes, and that the first thing that she set eyes on when she wakes up, she will fall instantly in love with. Then Oberon explains to Robin that there is a sweet Athenians girl that is in love with a mean Athenians man who does not even like her, and that he is to take part of the magic flower and sprinkle a little bit of the juice onto his eyelids while they sleep, so when he wakes up he will fall instantly in love with the first thing he sees,
On
Helena.
whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love, Robin said while looking in the forest for the Athenian man. Then there, sleeping on the ground, he finds a man and a maiden. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Robin found Lysander. He then puts the juice on Lysander's eyes, but little does he know he has the wrong man.
The moment Lysander wakes up, he sees Helena, and is now completely in love with her. And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Nature shows art through my bosom, makes see thy heart. Lysander said romantically as he was waking up, wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? Helena said with disgrace. She thinks it is a joke to mock her of her beauty.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Lysander was having a tough time convincing Helena of his rigid love. How can these things in me scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true, he questioned. Then, at the tip of his eye, he saw Demetrius waking up. O Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eye? Demetrius said as he woke up. This infuriated Helena, because now both of them loved her. Oh spite, oh hell, I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury, Helena roared furiously. She could not comprehend the motivation of their mockery. Lysander and Demetrius, both confused as to why Helena hated them, looked to the left and saw someone unexpected.
Hermia could not believe what was happening. Lysander, Demetrius, and Helena mocked her cruelly with the utmost hate. Get gone, you dwarf, you minimus, of behind green outcast made, you bee, you acorn, Lysander yelled. While in the forest, Lysander and Demetrius ran around aimlessly trying to find each other. Calling them and teasing them, but in reality it was Robin staring between a big stick on her and continuing to do each other. Here, Billy, drawn and ready. Where art thou? is, Lysander shouted to Demetrius. So after many pointless minutes of chasing each other and getting mad and confused, Lysander and Demetrius start to feel tired. And as they start to feel tired and sleepy, they lay down on the forest floor and fall asleep. Robin, being the trickster that he is, did the same thing with Helena and Hermia, and eventually all the 4 lovers were fast.
While they are sleeping, Robin creeps up to Lysander and says, "On the ground, sleep sound, I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy." While he squeezes the flower juice into Lysander's eyes, "When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye," says Robin, knowing that when he wakes up, he will be in love with Hermia again.
Then Theseus entered the forest to stumble upon 4 lovers. "Go, bid the humans wit and wake their horns," Theseus ordered Aegeus. The wind horn bursts and wakes the 4 lovers. As they slowly but surely wake up, Aegeus is there with Theseus and Lysander. Talks confused and restates the plan with only for him and Hermia. "I want to tell you the truth. And now I think about it, it is true that I came here with Hermia. We are planning to leave Athens and to escape the Athenian law." And Aegeus cuts him off and turns to Theseus, asking Lysander to be punished for denying him his son-in-law, Demetrius. Demetrius explains his side and loves Helena and only Helena, and Lysander can marry Hermia. After listening to this, Theseus overbears his wishes, and 4 lovers talk to each other romantically.
At the wedding of all the 4 lovers, guests begin to arrive as they fill in seats. As time passes and everyone has arrived, admiring the decorations of irises, orchids, bubbles, and even a koi fish pond, as everyone transitions into the ceremony and the sun sets, the couples walk down the aisle and stand in front of a massive tree hanging with lanterns and fireflies that will fill the air. The priest stands behind as both couples face each other and exchange vows and a kiss. Then they move into dinner as everyone moves into the banquet full of meals, laughter, and speeches and toasts. As time flies by and the stars align, the first dance arrives. The 2 couples, Demetrius and Helena, along with Lysander and Hermia, set for the floor. Then the rest of the guests come on stage and dance until their feet hurt. Desserts come in a 6-layered cake with light blue swirls and vanilla icing. Then finally, speeches are given and the guests depart. The lovers go to their room and fall asleep peacefully. Near the end of the night, Titania and Oberon arrive with all their fairy friends, and Titania says, "First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace we'll sing and bless this place." The fairies sing and sing. When their song is over, they bless the lovers and leave.